At the backstage, Malkiso and I are talking about. I mentioned that recently, this past few days, couple of days actually, just recently, Philippines got hit by the typhoon. Our province, especially, got flooded. So it's not easy, and you know what? It's exciting. No, it's exciting. I am impressed because my nephew and nieces have a canteen in a business zone area. It's flooded. The cars couldn't even travel. These are Ron's niece and nephews. They are handling a canteen, like a food court at the business zone, business area, and they still have to manage to go into the workplace because if they don't show up, 400 workers is going to be hungry
Wow.
because of course they are depending. And imagine they are going to work to feed, to serve food to those 400 workers. Everybody is working. Even the flood tide is high. You could even see vendors are still trying to make a living despite of the typhoon and flood.
Hmm.
It's so hard to see and makes you wanted to say, I will help you. How much is your income in a day? I'll just pay you. Stay at home, be with your family, collect all the furnitures upstairs like that. But if you are depending on one income, you won't be able to help these people. Their life is so hard. Seriously, even if you're feeling okay with your life, side hustle is not optional anymore. This is what we are talking about today. Why side hustle is no longer an option. Balkiso, why? Why we are doing it? Why you are doing it? Why am I doing it? Why other 200 people from all different walks of life doing side hustle, even doctors and lawyers doing this? Why?
It is like I hear what you're saying as well, and you feel for people, right? And I'm just hoping that your family and the family of others out there are safe. And this is the thing, because sometimes we are depending on natural disaster for sure we cannot control. But there are instances wherein now you're looking at when something like that happened, if you're somebody who's depending so much on going to a job, it's not possible, right? If you're someone who's depending on your brick and mortar business, it's not possible at this time. Maybe it's impacted, or no one is leaving their houses to go out because it's not safe. Hence the reason why side hustle, I would say an alternate, some people say hustle and maybe you're going to be striving, but an alternate business opportunity that can give you that comfort from your home is a great opportunity that we can seize on at this time, because we look at this just as these we're showing this screenshot right now here. Things are not easier. Things are not as it is before. There's high inflation, there's stagnant wages, there's job security, there's rising cost of living. So if you have a high inflation, for example, you know that at the end of the day, whatever you're being given, whatever you're earning per day or per week, it's not sustainable enough, because your wage increase doesn't match the cost of inflation, the rising cost of inflation. So what are you going to do? Are you going to still depend on that job to bring your income when you're still living paycheck to paycheck? Or are you going to look for something that is on automation like what we do? For us, we are digital business owner, Melissa. And I, Melissa, is from the Philippines originally, and she's living in Calgary, Canada. She's a mom and she's a wife, and she's a restaurant owner as well. I myself, I am a mom, I'm a wife, I am a former social worker, and I'm doing a digital business full time. So we just wanna highlight that there are possibilities here. There are options here for people. See, that's the thing. When you're on the phone, see what's happening. When there are opportunities out there for people to tap into something that is changing lives. And say, if the internet is not going away, right? The
Mhm.
internet is not going away. So there are just so many things that we as individuals need to look into. There are so many options that are available there, and that's why we're coming to you every single Saturday So you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. You never know what circumstances are going to stop you from doing what you need to do. So up into the digital space and do something different for yourself, right?
That's right. Speaking
Because
of inflation, okay, one income is no longer enough. Let's say this is our focus, right? Ron and I, this is our focus, the restaurant. We could see how much prices increase, like the daily food get higher and higher, the food cost higher. Okay, as a restaurant business owner, when your supplies prices go up, us to adjust on the prices, either take that out of the menu or increase the price. Here's the me and Ron thinking. If we increase the price, of course, people will understand, right? That everything is getting higher and higher. But people would think that it's not good to eat out anymore. They will just cook at home. So if people decides to just cook at home, how are we going to survive? So that is like the second thoughts, whether are we going to increase the price or take it this out from the menu or give them small portions or go back to cheaper but not as good quality food or ingredients.
mm,
It's hard. So you have the restaurant because this is your business. You're not a charity. You're making business. So you really have to put up. Some people will understand why you increase your price, but some people don't. So how much support you could get only from one income? It will never be enough. It's nice that you have to be your own boss, but to get more income for your family to provide things to pay for your continuous bill, right? One income is no longer enough. You need one more. You need one more, but you have to choose. Because like here at the restaurant, we have longer hours already. I cannot trade my time for money anymore because I have my family. I don't want to get tired. I don't want to go home tired. Physically, I'm present, but mentally and spiritually, I'm not with them. That's the thing. So you really have to choose the perfect side hustle for you. That is why every Saturday, well, Kiswen, I never get tired to share the business opportunity to you because we wanted you to see what we see in here. So if you are busy enough and your income is not enough, check this side hustle. Maybe this side hustle will work for you too.
yeah, I agree. And sometimes when you're talking, sometimes I could only imagine because having to run a restaurant for 6 days a week, you only have one day, and then you're doing this digital business because you know that this digital business can change your life. You know that this digital business has changed the lives of so many people where people are able to pay off their debts. This has changed the life of so many people where people are able to buy homes. Like I'm looking at through our community where people are able to buy homes with pay for homes within 19 months. You know, it's changing the lives, it's impacting the lives of so many people. You can be a nannies that are grown in this business, and now some of them have actually quit their jobs. We're not saying quit your job, but let your job be a stepping stone into something that you can build for yourself, an empire that you can build for yourself, a legacy that you can leave for your family and for your loved ones. Because one income, just as Melissa said, is not enough. And I can tell you for a fact that in my own research, somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but in my own research, there has never been somebody who became a millionaire on just one salary alone, on just their salary
Mhm.
alone.
Yes.
That salary
Yes.
that they had to invest it into something. You might become a millionaire, it's possible, but how long is it going to take you to save when inflation is going up and things are getting more expensive and your wage is not going any higher than inflation? How long is it going to take you to become a millionaire until you're 70 something and then you're ready to retire and go down 6 feet under? What do you want for yourself, right? What are the desires of your heart? Do you want to leave those desires? Do you want to leave those dreams here and now so that you don't have to wait until you're in your golden years, you're older, in retire, and then that's when you're ready to live your life? Life is meant to be lived, and it's meant to be lived today. It's meant to be lived now. So we're bringing up an opportunity. We're sharing an opportunity to you There is a complimentary webinar that you can listen to. All you need to do is register your name and your email address and get the information that you need. Nothing in life changes if nothing changes. If you've been in the same situation over and over again, and you are getting the result that you do not want, it means that you need to do something different. So how hungry are you for change? What are the desires of your heart? Are you willing to sacrifice certain things in order to get what you want short term? You can do it. And that's for moms out there. Those are for the parents out there who want that quality time with their kids, but yet they're doing 2, 3 jobs and they're not able to sustain that kind of relationship. Just as Melissa was saying, you are present, but you are really not present. You're in your kid's life, you go home, it's like a robot. You're doing single thing that you need to do for the day, but you're really not present in their life as in your mind, as in your whole self. You're not present because you're already exhausted. So how hungry are you for change? Security cannot be found in just a job alone, right?
No, no, it's hard because how many business owners that we have on the community that got scared during the pandemic? One by one, they will receive a call and then they will say, "I'm so sorry, but we cannot afford you anymore in the company, so we are letting you go." That's scary. So those employees before that we have here in the community, imagine what if they are the one who received that call and then letting them go. They don't have a plan B
Mm-mm.
because some of these digital business owner are like been in the company for 15 years, 10, 15 years. And then they still have to, the company still have to let them go because the company cannot afford them. How
Mhm.
scary is that when you are only depending on one income and then suddenly the company would let you go? Bills are continuously coming. Your mortgage is continuously coming. Your vehicle, your insurance, the house, the food. How are you going to provide with your family, right? I will sneak in this one because we mentioned that you and I were here because we have seen it change our life. If we seen many of stories here. I'm not sure if you have listened to the recent mastermind where Aline shared her story. I think she's from Cameroon. And what's this? I cannot remember all her story, but the thing is because of the hard life that she is experiencing. I think she has
Mhm.
7 siblings. So her mom, in front of them, showing how much strength she has, how much she's showing the kids that we can do this, we could pass this. This is just a season. We could pass this hardship. But
Mhm.
secretly, she is seeing her mom crying,
Mhm.
breaking down because life is so hard. Her mom doesn't know how to feed her and the siblings because they don't have money to buy food. So she said she comforted her mom and she told her mom, "I promise you, we will become rich." And then her mom laughed. And then because her mom laughed because she was thinking, I don't know how you are going to be rich because this is only what we have. Then she see this opportunity. And in what I think she's been here in the company only for 21 months. And she's the
Mhm.
first one in the family who had this business. She has her own business, build a car, help the
Mhm.
siblings, pamper her mom. When you have the vision, right? When you are
Exactly.
motivated to do this is a job. I'm sorry, this is not a job. This is a business that you have to
It
focus on.
is.
We've
Mhm.
seen the potential. If you work hard on this business, the growth will come. You
Yeah.
will achieve your dreams.
It's amazing, and that's just one of thousands of many stories that we've
It's
heard, right?
fun.
And when we talk about job security, I can simply relate to that. Remembering that I worked for a company for 17 years and I was laid off 3 times, and people say, "How will you be in a job and you're laid off for 3 times?" Because first time they laid me off was 2 weeks, 2 days they called me back, and I don't got a job and I needed to pay my bills. The second time they laid me off was 4 months, and I did not have a job then. They said it was a contract basis. The third time they laid me off, I was like, no way, I can no longer be somebody else anymore. If you depend, and I want to go back to what you said, if you depend on somebody else to pay your bills, you work
Mm.
until you die. Now, having to be able to do this business full time now since 2023 as my full source of income. So you sit back and you think, imagine if for 17 years I had stepped out of my comfort zone. I had stepped out in faith. I had believed in myself, because I was always in doubt. If I had done that, just like Eileen that we're talking about here from Cameroon, did that. She took a step in faith, she stepped out in faith. She believed in herself. And here she is, she's able to support her family. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be lived, people. It's not all about money. It's about the purpose. What's the purpose that you think that you have for yourself? What's the purpose you think that you have in this life for your loved ones? It's not just to just go to school. Yes, it's good. Education is good. I'm a big proponent of education, but it's not just about education. It's about a dream, a desire, wherein you can use that knowledge that you have to build yourself and build somebody else up. So if you go to school, you get a job, you go to university, and at the end of the day, many of us, excuse me, many of us do not even get the job. We're not able to get the job within the field that we were trained to do, right? So at the end of the day, you have these thousands of dollars of debt, and you cannot work in the field because the competition is so keen. And you're looking at I have all this $40,000, $100,000 of debt. I can't even work in the field that I studied for. It's good to get an education, my people. I'm not against it. But as you get your education, look for other opportunities. Things are changing around the world. Have your education, but look for a stepping stone that's going to build an empire for yourself, for your family. Do not depend on employers all the time to pay your bills. Do not depend on somebody else to pay your bills. Dig in deeper within yourself and say, what do I want for myself? What is my purpose for me and my loved ones? What is my purpose here for the people that are around here that I'm going to be able to impact? How hungry are you for change? How hungry? What are your desires in your heart? How hungry are you? If you are stuck and that's just all what you want to be, where you want to be, and you say, okay, I have my 9 to 5, I'm able to feed myself, that is a small minded thinking. Personally, that is a small minded thinking. To some extent, some people might get upset with this, but I'm just laying it out. I think to some extent, it's being selfish because you're only thinking about yourself. But if you're looking at the bigger picture and you say, you know what, this is not all about me. This is not all about just my family. There are also, yes, people that depend on me. There are people that I want to impact. There are people that I want, lives that I want to touch. And my 9 to 5 is not going to be sufficient to do that. But this is an opportunity that can make a change for you. I dare you to take a step. I dare you to come out of your comfort zone. I dare you to believe in yourself, if not for any other time, but for this moment, just once. Believe in yourself. Invest in yourself. Take that step. Get the information you need. It doesn't hurt. Get the information. If it's for you, it's for you. If God is drawing you to something else different, fine. But take that step and get the knowledge. Get the information. Register for free information. Enter your name and your email address. Reach out to either Melissa or myself. But I believe that there's someone out there today that needs to hear this. You've been searching and you've been looking, you've been complaining and you've been grumbling, and still things are still the same over and over again. It's time to do something different. If you're not satisfied with where you are at, do something different, but do it today. Step out in faith.
You mentioned about students, right? Just for everyone who is watching right now, how many students we have in the community while studying? They are doing this business on the side. They are doing this on the side hustle. Like we are telling you, we all came from different walks of life. We are all from different ages, from 18 years old till 80 years old. And how many in the community, in the business community, they are all retirees. After retiring, they realize their pension plan is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, they are actually too shy to admit it, too shy to let everyone knows, or those people that surrounds you, that You work more than 30 to 40 years and you never save anything, right? So imagine if you are a student and you are already started to check this business out. This is you are planting the seed. It doesn't mean that you're going to earn tomorrow already once you registered to our business. No, you have to learn how the business works. And that is where you're going to learn to stabilize the foundation of your business. Again, this is your business. Although we are providing you mentorship, coaching, and all the trainings, you could watch it live and you could watch it replay to give you time, to give you to give you an access whenever you can. Imagine how convenient is that. Considering that if you are going to like, yes, we get tired. Don't get us wrong. Balkiso and I get tired as well. We are only human. But if you are going to focus that, remind yourself why you started the business. Why do you need this side hustle? Is this side hustle optional or I really need to get it? Me, I always think that which one is hard, Melissa? Leveraging social media, which is the lifetime or of our business, or you work again for somebody else.
Mhm.
Choose. Choose your
Exactly.
heart. Choose
Exactly.
which one is worth it. Worth your time. As you grow older, you would realize that you are not going to be after with a corporate ladder anymore, but you only wanted to spend quality time with your family to what matters most. And this company, this online business is what is giving this to us. So yeah, if you are curious and wanting to know more about this, if you can really do this as a side hustle, you can do this as a side hustle for now. But because like I said, you still have to go study the business. Me
Mhm.
even it takes a while for me to find my target audience. It takes time for me to get my brand. It takes time for me to get out of my comfort zone. So just that there's two best in time. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. Don't waste any more time. No. Just check this out if this business would fit your lifestyle. Check this out. It's free anyways. Yeah.
So you ended it well. I don't think I can add anything to that. So if you, I would just encourage people, if you are listening to this or you're listening live or you're listening to the replay, just as Melissa said, the best time was then and the right time is now. So do something different. Enter that email and a valid email and your name so that you can get the information that you need that can change your life now and forever, and that for your family. Or share with somebody that you think this will be useful to. Step out in faith. Until next time, thank you so much for your time and God bless you.
Bye everyone. Have a good weekend. God bless us all.